What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Thank you all so very much to hanging out with little old me. Anybody that's watching the stream at this time, thank you so much. Anybody that's watching the stream after the stream, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Spend with little old me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Sorry, we're kind of running on the stream. Plug my phone in, make sure everything's working good. Everything's looking great. Love seeing all the early gain here. I love it. Just wanted to talk about let's talk about the Lakers and what our expectations are. Preseason's tomorrow, stuff like that. I'll get a video up kind of going in depth on my thoughts and stuff, but figured why not have a conversation with all of you, kind of get your perspectives, things along those lines. Give me one second. Let me make sure the stream's working fine on my end. Like I said, kind of rushing to get this up and all of that. All right, looks good. Okay, perfect. But yeah, so let's say hi to some of the first people here. What's going on, Mr. 81? Appreciate you being here. What's going on here, guys? Appreciate you. How are you? I'm excited for Lakers basketball tomorrow. Likewise, I cannot wait. It's not coming. Could not come any sooner. Where can I watch it? It's a good question. All right, let me look it up real quick. It's a good question. I have like all the league passes and stuff, so I usually I don't really look it up. I just usually go to that. But let's see if it's on anything important, anything significant. In the meantime, I'll answer your question. Say watch it, talk about the game. Early game, yes. Early gain. I love it. I love to see it. I appreciate all of you so much for being here, hanging out with little old me. It's on NBA TV tomorrow, so you can watch it on NBA TV. What's going on, Emily? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, I'm excited for the game tomorrow. Likewise, I cannot wait. It cannot come any sooner. It should be going. Hopefully we're like I said. I just want good takeaways. I don't even care if we win games. I think we'll win a couple, but as long as we're in a position to where we have good things, good takeaways. It looks like the work that we've put in is starting to take effect and stuff, and things are looking great. Then I that's all I care about. I just want positive takeaways. It's preseason, whether we go undefeated or whether we lose all the games, it doesn't matter. Granted, if we lose all the games, my big question would be how. Like last year we lost, it looked like a disaster. It just looked like, okay, this is going to be a long season. No, it's not a brewski, Speedy. It's one of those energy drinks. I thought I opened it before the stream, but I looked. I was like, oh, man, I was trying to be slick. So got a good mic. That's what that is. It's a good mic. But, yeah, I want good takeaways. I don't want it. If we lose, was it a mess? Was it a disaster? Did we look terrible? Or was it, when our starters, when, Russ, LeBron, and AD were playing, we looked great and things were good. We just, we lost our bench unit. They played their starters more, whatever. Circumstances always are going to go into effect. But I want good things, good takeaway stuff like that. And I don't want to lose every game. We got to win a couple games. But, I'm not going to put too much of an emphasis either way. I just want to find some positives. Who do we play tomorrow? We play the Kings. We play the Sacramento Kings. Yes, Snorlax. Thank you. What's going on, Speedy? I appreciate you. And yeah, like I said, it's not a brewski. It's one of those energy drinks. Keep me alive while I'm on the stream. We can't be 0-6 in preseason like last season. I agree. I would like to see at least a couple wins. Give us 2 or 3 wins. That'd be nice. Obviously, if we're going to win them all, let's win them all. Sorry, I have the game on too, and Kansas City is smacking the Tampa Bay. But yeah, I think we will be okay. Can't be worse than last 6. I'm with you, Eric. I'm with you 100%. Yeah. It's only the bar isn't set very high in regards to what we should expect for this compared to last season. Do you think Lakers will sign Mo Harkless if bought out? I hope so. I wouldn't be against it at all. The lack of 3-point shooting is a concern, but defensively, he's great. And that's, to me, that's what we need more than anything. Like, it'd be nice to get a shooter, but like, there's no like 3 and D guys out there that are available. It's one or the other. Like, it's either like you go get like a Carmelo Anthony or you get like a Mo Harkless, where it's like you can light it up from 3 with Carmelo, but you're going to get no defense, or you're going to get Mo Harkless and you're going to get no 3, but you'll get some solid defense. But could his 3-point shooting get better? Can his 3-point shooting increase? Stuff like that. It's just I'd rather go the defensive route. I don't think we're going to have a problem scoring. I mean, we didn't have a problem scoring last year, and we were terrible last year. So, assuming that we are at least better than last year, then we won't have a problem with scoring again. And will we be able to stop people? And I think Mo Harkless brings us closer to that than most of the other guys that are out there. I hope not. Harkless sucks. Harkless definitely doesn't suck, but he's not a star player. But if you've ever actually watched him play, the guy's really good. He was really good for the Clippers a couple years ago. 2 years ago now? Malik Monk playing against our Lakers tomorrow. Yeah. Look, I'm rooting for Malik Monk, but I hope the Lakers just smack him tomorrow. Report by Jovan Buha, AD injury probable tomorrow, and Walker ankle injury. I don't even know if they'll play AD in preseason, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. Walker's been dealing with that same injury since before training camp. Yeah, so that's not like anything new, surprising. Mahomes better than Brady. Mahomes best quarterback in the league, and I'm not a Chiefs fan by any means, but Mahomes is real nice. It's just, man, they laid it on Tampa early on, but if Tampa scores right here, makes it 24-38, they're right there. They're only 2 touchdowns. We know Tom Brady. What else we got? Sorry. That's to Mr. 81. You can't give great players motivation. I feel like our big 3 are fully motivated this season. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be – they have a ton of things that they want to prove. A ton of things. But, yeah, it's I expect a big year from them. But the Xbox Junkie, what is going on? Coming in hot with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Did you all see the THT in the Utah game? He looks out of shape and slower. Sad to see. I did not. I've been swamped today, nonstop. I just like threw the game on as like background noise while I was working and putting videos together. I got a video coming up after this video, or after this live stream. It should be going live at like 8. And then I'm debating if I should do like my preseason video either like tonight, like late night, like, do like the 10 p.m. post that I usually do, kind of carry over into next season, or if I should just post it tomorrow. So I'm kind of borderline on that, but nonetheless, yeah, I did not see it. Did he really? I'll definitely go look at some of the highlights. I want to see how he's performing because, he was doing some of those Pro-Am games, and he didn't look very good in the Pro-Am games. So I wonder if that's just him. I wonder if which in that case, good. If he's not very good, then the Lakers ended up making out a good deal. It'd be pretty bad if, say, like my worst fear is that like THT, the first game of the season, puts up like 40. It's like, oh man, like, that how that conversation is going to go. Everybody's going to be just like, oh, see, Lakers made a terrible mistake, blah, 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 blah. But it'll be funny. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for Super Chat. I'm glad THT out our team Lakers. Pat Beverly is different. Yeah, I think look, the trade was good across the board because it wasn't just about getting a guy like just to trade THT for Patrick Beverly. It was about opening up a roster spot, and it was also about clearing an extra like 11-12 million off the cap for next season. which is all good things. So I do expect that I do expect the THT to have his ups and downs for Utah. They got him for his potential upside. They're a young team rebuilding, stuff like that. And then Patrick Beverley helps more now. He's more of a win now player. He's gonna help impact the game more now. It didn't really make a lot of sense. So I felt like it was a very reasonable trade. I really did. I was like, all right, like that was a deal that was sort of a win-win for everybody, So, but outside of that, yeah. Bet if we go undefeated in preseason, everyone's going to say Lakers the best team in the NBA, saying we're going to win the championship. I'm sure some people will. Like I said, I mean, look, if we go undefeated in preseason, I still don't want to put a ton into it personally. I know some people will, but I'm not like, again, I just want to see good takeaways. I just want to see good gems. Obviously, if we go undefeated in preseason, then that means that we probably were looking pretty good. But I don't want to have too much like, say we beat a team by 40. Like, I don't want to be like, wow, like this is it. See, look, the Lakers offense is best offense in the league and all that stuff. Like, I want calmed expectations, so to speak. Sorry, trying to multitask here. Just trying to get a community post up so we get some more people in the stream, which also like this video. That's another way to help. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Can we get to 100 likes? We're only at 10 likes and we have 69 people in the stream. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff. You guys know the drill. Help me out. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, I just don't want to overreact. A bad game, find the positives, good game, find the negatives, and just see which one's way out. That's the key to me. Bro, I'm gonna watch for you tomorrow at the game with the I Heart Westbrook side. Check for me on the court side, dude, with the Slurpee about to try and give Brick a sip full. I'll take a look for you. I'll take a look. I'll keep an eye out. How many preseason games do you think each of the big three actually play? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they play all of them, but I don't think they play a ton. I think, they maybe like kind of like what Steve Kerr has done with like Steph and them. Like, I think you see them play maybe a quarter, if that, and then that's kind of it. And then so out of the 6 games, I'd say they probably sit at least 2 games. I think they'll play the first game tomorrow for probably a quarter or something like that. And then after that, that'll kind of be it for a couple games. Like, maybe you just kind of inject them a little bit here and there. I wouldn't be shocked if like AD, they just don't want to risk it with him. I wouldn't be shocked if he plays at all. It's a tricky question because, you have Anthony Davis, who doesn't have the best injury history. Last thing you want is like him to get hurt in preseason. So I don't know. I almost feel like you're better off just not playing AD at preseason at all, but you kind of want to see the Lakers' big three in real time, like in an actual game. Even though it's preseason, not everyone's trying to kill each other, but it's different than like a scrimmage still. Teams are actually playing and trying to work hard. It's just, yeah, that's my thing. My guess would be, I'd say they play. I think they play 4 out of the 6 games. Probably play like no more than like a quarter each game. No worry of that. THT looked like he put on weight and was relegated to late scrub time play. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that's kind of his role right now. That's unfortunate. I like THT. I really did. I understood why they made the trade, why they made the deal, but I would have been hey, best elect him. He's not a Laker anymore. You know what I mean? And speaking of, real quick, the Bucks just scored. So hey, maybe it'll be a competitive game. I'd love for this game to get down to the wire. Then we could do a play-by-play. That'd be great. Oh, also tomorrow, probably going to do the live stream after the game. So like, what time is the game tomorrow? Because I usually do the live stream at 7. I know today I pushed it to 7:30, but usually try to do the live stream at 7. 7 p.m. this time. So basically roughly the same time as this. So the game's at 7:30. So I might do like a post game live stream tomorrow instead of doing like a 7 o'clock live stream. Oh no, I won't be doing a 7 o'clock. Tomorrow's Monday. I'll be doing the Lakers show. I'll be on the Lakers show tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to the Lakers show, it's a Lakers podcast that I'm doing with me and one of my friends. Talking Lakers. That's at 7 p.m. tomorrow. So boom, there you go. Forgot tomorrow's Monday. The link to that channel is in the description. Go subscribe to that channel. But anyway, back to this. Do you see any stars being disgruntled and we make a run for them around the trade deadline? I mean, look, there's the way that the league is right now. Yes. I mean, it's just like a player like it seems like every couple of months somebody is. I wouldn't be shocked if like my guess would be like a guy like Bradley Beal. I know Bradley Beal's been really loyal to the Wizards, but like this offseason, some of the stuff he said was rather interesting. And it sparked the reports of like, is he really going to leave? That kind of thing. I think Bradley Beal's opted in more so for like let me get this money, and then I'll request a trade later. So I could see somebody like him. If the Nets implode, you got to imagine that they're going to want to trade Kyrie because they're not going to want to just lose him for nothing. So maybe like a Kyrie, maybe like I said, a Bradley Beal comes to mind. That's why I usually use him in like examples because I think he's a real possibility. DeMar DeRozan, I made a video on this channel about that. Keep an eye on Chicago, seriously, because if they start like you already have Lonzo. He can't even walk right now. And then beyond Lonzo, like if this team is not very good and kind of middle of the pack, Vooch he's a free agent. So he could end up leaving after this season. They might just say, you know what, let's start from scratch because you want to pay all that money and be a middle of the pack team. Like you're better off trading DeMar, move off of DeMar, move off of Vooch while you can. Lonzo, you're probably not going to be able to trade, but okay, you can keep him around, hope for the best there. And just they might just say, let's build around LaVine, or you hit the reset button and you trade LaVine too. I think just I'm not saying that they will, but just Chicago's a team to really keep an eye on. Chicago's a team to just watch out for. Preseason don't matter, just good reps for the starters is what we look for. Exactly. I just want to see good habits out there. That's all I want. Show me some good habits. I wish we didn't have to give up Stanley Johnson in a trade, even if it was salary filler. I assume Jazz probably wanted SJ over Wenyen Gabriel as a salary filler, but still sad to see him go. I know I really liked Stanley Johnson also, but Gabriel, the entire offseason, he said that he was doing nothing but working on his three-point shot and watching tape to figure out how he can fit in with the big three. The only thing the Lakers told him when he left last season was, if you want us to pick up your option, then we need you to knock down threes at an efficient clip. And the Lakers opted him in, and according to Wenyen, he's ready. So I don't know. I mean, he's got the size, he's got everything. He could end up being our wing player. Like it's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Wenyen ends up getting a role. And not just that, I think we go deep, period. I really do. Sun starters are struggling against an Australian team right now. Are they really? I haven't like I said, I haven't really watched any of the basketball games today. So I'm not really entirely sure, but I think the Suns are going to have a bad year. I think they're going to have a rough year. I mean, I don't think they're going to be a play-in team or anything like that, but they're imploding, man. They're falling apart at the seams. So I wouldn't be shocked. Where do you buy those energy drinks? I've seen them at like the stores and stuff, but I usually just buy the packs off of Amazon. They have like a pack of 12 for like $16 or $17, something like that. It used to be a pack of 12 for like $12, but I think because I buy so many, Amazon was like, we need to raise the price because this idiot over here is just buying them all up. So it might just be, I might have raised the price single-handedly because I don't know anyone else that drinks these, but I think they're flavorful. They don't have any, like, they're zeros across the board, zero total fat, sodium, carbohydrates, protein. It's got vitamin A. It's got vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin B6, B12. It's a healthier alternative. I just didn't want to drink Monsters and stuff anymore because there's just the sugar and just all the stuff that goes in it. Like I said, this basically just the flavored water, the sparkling water you buy, just with like some added caffeine. There you go. But yeah, Amazon. Just type in sparkling ice plus caffeine, or sparkling ice, and I'm sure you'll see it. I hope we don't lose hope if we don't win any games in preseason. People already giving up on us. I will. I'm not. I like I said, I'll be okay with it. Like I want to see positives. I want to see quality takeaways from just what is out there. What's the product? Whether we win or lose. If we win, how did we win? If we lost, how did we lose? Did we ever like get off the game plan? Did we stick to what we were doing? Like, who looked bad, who looked good? Is this gonna work? Is that gonna work? How was the defense? Stuff like that. We Lakers need to get in rhythm and win some games this preseason, especially after a winless preseason and a horrible regular season 2021. I mean, it would be nice. It'd be nice to go 4-0 or something like that, or win 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6, or even go undefeated. It would be, but I don't think we're going to lose every preseason game for one. But even if we do, like I said, it's just how did we lose? What were the results? How did the team play? Because I don't think the main guys, I don't think are going to play a ton of basketball. I really don't. I don't think they're going to play a ton of preseason basketball. So it's just like, in the time that they are in the game, how good were they? How effective? How efficient? Stuff like that. Like that's kind of what I want to see. 80 probable for tomorrow's game of back soreness. It's no way. How is AD already hurt? I see. My question is that how much is that is true, and how much of that is just it's preseason and they don't want him to play. But who knows? Who knows? Like I said, I'm not really worried about preseason. And I don't blame them if they don't play him at all in preseason, like at all. Check the box score. I was right. Unfortunately, Stanley saw no playing time. THT went 1 for 5 from the field and scored 2 points in 9 minutes. That's pretty rough. Yeah, they're losing by 11 in the second quarter. Uh-oh. Not good. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think Wenyen has potential to be a decent role player. If anything, I hope he plays well this season because he could be a decent piece. Yeah, I think so too. I really like – I mean, obviously it was a small sample size last season, but I liked what we saw in the time that he played. And he believes that he can come in and be quality. I love hearing the things that I heard. I shot – all I did was work on my shooting. I worked on and tried to figure out how can I work with the other guys on this team, the big three, stuff like that's stuff you want to hear, and so I imagine that the Lakers at least did their due diligence. I hope they didn't just sign him just to sign him because they were like, we need bodies. But that's always a possibility. But in general, like I have a lot of optimism for Wenyen Gabriel. I don't know how much he'll play, but look, like I said, if he can knock down the three, at least at a respectable clip, then we might have our big 3-and-D wing guy. We might have that the Mo Harkless type guy that we're looking for. Because Wenyen Gabriel at 6'9", he's got the size. He can play the 3, he can play the 4, he can play the 5, and a small ball lineup, stuff like that, high energy. It's just can he knock down shots? If he can knock down shots, then I think we're in a good position. Hot take: Dennis and Pat Bev should be the starting backcourt. Russ and Nunn can be the sparks coming off the bench. I'm not completely against it. I think Russ and Nunn give you an interesting dynamic with LeBron, Davis, and whether it's Bryant or Damian Jones. Looks like it's going to be Damian Jones. I think you have a good like balance there over like Dennis Schroeder and Patrick Beverly. And I also think Patrick Beverly and Dennis Schroeder guarding the second unit guards, like good luck. Like that's where I think we would get our advantage, right? So say we have like a 5-point lead when the starters get out the game and everyone's putting their bench guys in. Dennis Schroeder and Patrick Beverly are likely going to help keep that lead and extend it, because now you get that defensive backcourt that really can really just change the tide. I do think Dennis Schroeder and Patrick Beverly likely close out games though, unless Nunn is just killing it to where he's too like you can't take him off the court. He's too good. I do think Patrick Beverly and like say we're up 3 or down 3 with 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, something like that. I think it'll be Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverly, LeBron Davis, and then maybe Damian Jones, or they play Davis at the 5, which I don't think they're going to do very much during the regular season. But playoff time, I think you do Davis at the 5, maybe even LeBron at the 4. Bring in your best wing defender, like whoever's lighting it up that day, like whether it's Reeves or Walker or whoever. You have them, and then Beverly and Schroeder, and you got like great defensive closing lineup. You got guys that can shoot, all that stuff. That's probably what I think will end up happening. But Jaden, I wouldn't hate it either way. Wouldn't hate it either way at all. Which of the new additions are you personally most excited to see this season? Probably most excited about Lonnie Walker play fit with the team. Lonnie Walker's a great one. It's Kendrick Nunn for me. I am so high on Kendrick Nunn, and I really think he's going to be our best. I really think he's going to be our best like X factor player. Outside of Russell Westbrook, I think he's the best player on the team. I mean, not counting LeBron and Davis, of course. I'm saying Russ is our third best player, and then I think Kendrick Nunn is right there. But outside of that, I am definitely excited for Lonnie Walker. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Lonnie. He's got length. He showed flashes and moments and brilliance with the Spurs. Can he just get a little more consistent? He's also had a season where he shot 40% from 3. So can he get back to that? Or somewhere close to that? And then I want to say Patrick Beverly. I want to see his impact because I really think he is an undervalued signing. Like I don't think a lot of people grasp what he's going to bring to this team other than he could score 0 points every single game, and I still think he has a tremendous impact on this team. I think a lot of people are going to look at the box scores and say, "Oh, like Patrick Beverly." Like I don't care about that. I just think everything that he does for this team is going to be very significant. Wenyen Gabriel, I want to see him. As far as excited, that's probably it. As far as who I'm excited for, but hopefully Wenyen can be our. Oh, Jima, yes, McDaniels, sure. The guy can play shoot and from the big man swings if needed. Yes, that's what I'm hoping he is too. Like I said, supposedly he worked on his shooting, so hopefully we see that. Hopefully, Wenyen is a guy that can come in. I do think they play him a lot at the 4, but I do think if he can knock down the 3 ball, I think then it gives us a real opportunity to play him against the Kevin Durant's, the Paul George's, Kawhi Leonard, stuff like that. 6'9" size, 6'9" frame. I love your comparisons, all that stuff. I'm with you. Tall boy, no, Jonathan. It's just an energy drink. It's one of those sparkling ice energy drinks. I know people always think I'm just drinking beer on this day. I actually don't really drink. Not a big drinker. Never really have been. I'll have like a beer from time to time. Like if we were to like hang out, if I ever did like a meet and greet or something, we were at some place and they had like, I'd like take a shot with everyone or, you know, have a beer or whatever. But like I just never been a big drinker, period. Like I hate the feeling of being drunk. Like so I'm not one of like as soon like after like a beer or two, I'm like, I'm good. Like I don't need any more. Um Fourth quarter was the Lakers' issues, especially with leads and losing it. I agree with that 100%. Last season was rough. Um, there were a lot of games last year that we should have won, and or should have been in the position to win, and even some that we were in the position to win, and we just lost because we couldn't close games out. You're spot on with that, and it's one of those things. Like we need an improvement in that department. 100%. Is the game at Staples Centers tomorrow? No, it's here in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, but yeah, and isn't it and it's like what is it, crypto.com arena now? I still call it Staples Centers. I've had a couple videos like where I actually had to like cut out and re-record, which I probably should have left it in because my engagement probably would have been better. Next time I'll probably just leave it in. But like I remember a while back, this is like when I first was starting out. So I was trying to make sure everything, like all the videos were as good as they could be. But yeah, I like had a video and I was like, yeah, the Staples Center, whatever, right? And I said like Staples Center like 3-4 times, and I had to like go in and like re-record that section, cut that out, put it back in. I was just like, oh, it's a pain in the ass. But now I would probably leave it because everybody would leave the comment of like, it's the crypto.com arena now, which just boosts engagement and helps the channel out. That's also why I respond to trolls a lot, because you're not supposed to respond. Like, I mean, you can, and there's nothing wrong with it. But they usually tell you like you shouldn't respond to trolls because you don't gain anything from it except for engagement. The reason I do is because I know they'll respond back, and they almost always do, and they always sometimes even multiple times, and it just boom boosts engagement. Help me out. So little trick. Otherwise, because I don't care. I care less. You say whatever you want. But is Melo staying with the Lakers as it stands? Well, he's currently with nobody right now. I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think if they were going to bring him back, they probably already would have. But yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Games in Vegas. Yeah, games in Vegas. Yeah, I don't know why I read it like that. No Laker fans call Staples crypto. Yeah, hey, it's okay. I get it. Like I said, I do it all the time too. Like I try to like say it right just because I'm making videos about the stuff. I should sound like I know what I'm talking about, I guess. But like, yeah, like it's just one of those things. Nunn will be the best addition statistically. He was a better starter than Walker was. I also think DJ will be very effective playing next to AD. Yeah, so like I think I am super high on Nunn. I've done like nothing this whole like off season, but talk about how like incredible Nunn's gonna be. This, that, the other. Like I need like at this point I need him to be good. Otherwise, I would have a lot of people like you said Nunn was this, and like it's just gonna be a mess. But but nonetheless, like I really think Nunn. He's based on the last time he played, the best 3-point shooter we have. He's a guy that can slash, can cut, all that stuff. Like I've even said. Not that he's, I want to clarify, not that he is anywhere near Kyrie as far as skill set level, but a lot of the things that Kyrie would have brought to this team, Kendrick Nunn does on a smaller scale. A guy that could shoot, a guy that could play on the ball, off the ball, a guy that could create his own shot, get to the basket, could play, could create for other players, things like that. The only difference between him and Kyrie is just Kyrie's just another strategy. Like Kyrie can single-handedly win you a game, take over a game, stuff like that. But a lot of the things that Kyrie would have brought to this team, Nunn is like would be a light version of that, and I'm really excited for him. But yeah, he's gonna end up starting, and I do think DJ plays well. How would you feel if the Lakers actually do the trade with the Pacers? I mean, I'm not gonna like I'm not against the trade. I'm just against them giving up both first. Like, if the trade happened right now, while, say it was 1 first and a pick swap, or 1 first and 2 seconds, and we got the trade done right now, like, I would be on here jumping for joy, like, all of, like I'd be a kid at a candy store right now if that was happening. Like, I'd just be like, yay, like, but it just depends on, like, what are we giving up? That's my biggest problem. What are we giving up to get the Pacers deal? Like, if we're giving up both first unprotected, I'm not doing that deal. I just don't think it's worth it. There's too many risks is my problem. Like, would we be really good? Absolutely. But it just, Miles Turner is just as bad as Anthony Davis in the health department. So it's too much risk. Would you do the Pacers trade if they added like Shea Brissett? So we would get healed for 2. I still wouldn't do it. I mean, look, I think that would be better. That'd make it a lot more solid. I just, again, like, my problem isn't so much the players or the assets. It's more so, again, the risk that comes with that. And the problem is you're stuck with that team because you have to pay Miles Turner whatever he wants, and he wants $20+ million. So if you're the Lakers and you do that deal, you have to pay Miles Turner what he wants. Buddy Hield, you're stuck with. If Miles Turner doesn't sign the extension, he just leaves, you're screwed because now you have zero cap space, and the only players you have on your team are Max Christie, maybe Damian Jones if he opts in, LeBron, Davis, and Buddy Hield. That's it. Like, and you don't have money to go get like a mid-tier guy. You don't have it's that and veteran minimums because Buddy Hield basically takes your entire cap space next season. So, like, it just, you're screwed, and you have no way to move off of Buddy Hield because you have no assets to trade for. And it's just, it's one of those things. Like, I think there's just too much risk. If it doesn't work, you're screwed. Like, what if Miles Turner and Anthony Davis just can't work, or they both can't stay healthy? You're screwed. Like, Buddy Hield has never even been to the playoffs. What if we get to the playoffs and he just freezes up and he's just terrible, and he's just a complete liability? You're stuck with that team for the next like 2 or 3 years. Like, it's just the risks that come with it, with no way out, is my biggest concern. KCP and Lonnie have identical 3% before coming to LA. Lonnie has potential. He's got nice form. I'm really high on Lonnie. Like, when a lot of people were like, why did they sign Lonnie Walker? And I was one of the few people that were like, yes, we got Lonnie Walker. Like, I enjoyed it. I thought he was nice. He was solid. Like I said, he had a season where he shot 40% from 3. I'm not saying he has to do that this year, but can he get to like 36 to 38%? That'd be incredible. He can create his own shot. He's got a great length. He can do a little bit of everything, play both sides of the ball. Like, I really like Lonnie Walker. I think Lonnie Walker has the potential to be like a more well-rounded Malik Monk for us. And that's why he did that. That's why he came this year. Like, a lot of these guys, like Malik Monk is really going to help us in that department, like, for the next several years, because Malik Monk basically bet on himself and able to deliver, and look at the contract he got. So now you're going to have a lot of these young guys that are like, mid-tier guys are not really great that want like really good deals. They're going to come to the Lakers because they know, like, if I go to the Lakers, yeah, I'm going to play one season. I'll make like, $6 million or whatever, or $3 million or $2 million. I'm going to make a couple $1 million. It's going to suck. But after that season, I'm going to get 30 million, like, it's like, that's the big difference. So I really do think that he has the potential to be really nice. Can Lakers let Westbrook be his best form? I think so. So, like, which I do imagine, if Darvin Ham does the way I believe he will, then you're going to see Russ by himself a lot. It's very likely you're going to see Russ with just all the young fellas, and it's just going to be run and gun, high paced, go, 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 go. And I think you're going to get to see Russ be himself a lot. Now, when LeBron and Davis and him are on the court together, that's when you'll see him setting the picks, him slashing and cutting to the basket, this, that, and the other. Once he's on the court by himself, I think that's when Darvin Ham will give him the keys and say, just go, do your thing, make it happen. As it stands with the high IQ YouTube plays. Facts, hey, anything I can do to grow and gain engagement, I'm telling you. It's great. Because that's why most people don't even respond to the comments, period, because they don't want to deal with the hate comments. I don't care. I actually think they're kind of funny sometimes. Funny in the sense of either sometimes they're just so terribly just I can't believe this person's really, really decided to make this a public comment. And that's funny. Or it's something it's just, they're just talking shit. And I always think it's funny. I don't know. I like a good shit talk. But yeah, so it's just, it's a high IQ play. Give me some engagement because they always respond back. Always. My favorite thing though is sometimes because most people don't respond to them. So my favorite thing is when I get a troll comment and I respond and talk shit back. And they immediately respond with I didn't mean any, offense by that, this, that, and the other. I just, I just was trying to say their tune just completely changes because they're not used to, YouTubers responding. It's always funny. I don't know. I get a kick out of it. Maybe because I haven't been doing this long enough, but we'll see. If there are no better free agents at the trade deadline and no viable trades, I wouldn't be opposed to Brady Melo back at a filling that spot. Yeah, I wouldn't be against that at all. My only thing, when I talked about Melo and stuff, in videos and stuff, my only thing was I almost feel at that point you're better off bringing Swider, just because if he's really going to be your plans for the future, why not get him at least try him? You know what I mean? Because if he comes in and he's shooting 20% from three and he's just terrible and he's just not playing you and you can't play him at all, then yeah. But he shot 53% in summer league. Not saying he's going to do that in the regular season, but can he get to 38%, 40%? Somewhere around there. That's a big drop off, and he's probably going to get a lot of wide open looks, stuff like that. But I think that I think at that point you're better off going the younger route. Swider's got some size at 6'9". You kind of hope that you can kind of focus him to be at least serviceable defensively. And then also just the shooting. You hope that the shooting kicks in. Melo had his worst defensive season last year of his career. Worst defensive season of his career last year. So is it going to be that bad again this year? So it's just, I don't know. That's my only thing. But if they brought if we were on the stream right now and they just brought Melo in, I wouldn't be upset at all. I'd be like, all right, cool. Let's go. Update on Schroeder. Yes, I actually made a video about it. If you haven't checked the video out, but quick update. Yes, he's supposed to be with the team this week. His visa thing got fixed. So Nunn, Toscano, and Jones are former Warrior players. Yes. Well, no. Nunn and Jones. Nunn was on the Miami Heat. Toscano was. Jones. I don't think Jones ever played, because I was thinking wait a minute, did he ever play for the training camp or summer league? I don't think he did. I don't think Jones did. Or I know maybe he did. Maybe he played for the training camp, because I feel they brought him in on an invite one time. But Nunn was Miami, and then he left Miami and came here. He was drafted by Miami. So yeah. Free throws are crucial this season. Absolutely. We missed so many free throws last year. I'm with you 100%. Absolutely. If the Lakers hit plus 85% free throws, they will make the playoffs easy. Yeah, I mean, and we do. We have a couple guys that are really good at free throws. LeBron needs to. God, that dude misses an insane amount of free throws. So we need him to knock down free throws. I don't know what happened to Westbrook. Westbrook used to be a really good free throw shooter, and he's just declined drastically. So if he could get back to being 79%, 80% like he was, then that'd be pretty good. And then hopefully Davis has a better shooting season, things like that. But Nunn, Beverly, guys like that, they've all been good free throw shooters. Indy got no leverage anymore. No teams are willing to trade for him. And like you said, he can leave for nothing. And that would definitely be a management malpractice, as mentioned before. Yeah, dude, I think that was, I remember when I was reading that report, and I was like, damn, that's harsh. Management malpractice. I was like, man, and that's a Pacer insider guy. Yeah. But no, they don't. Indies and like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna like lose him for nothing? And the last thing you want, one, if he has injury history. Like, do you really want to start the season with him? Like, because what happens if you start the season and like game 3 he gets hurt? You're screwed. You're getting nothing. You'd be lucky to get a second round pick at that point. Like, some team would probably give you a second just to, or maybe 2 seconds just to take a flyer on him, but like the last thing you want is him to get hurt or something like that, because then you lose all leverage. Like, that's it. Your season, you're done. I mean, from a tanking standpoint, it'd be good, but you're not getting anything for him. That's the big thing. But yeah, I think sooner or later, Indy's gonna have to get the Pacers will never get more for them than they would right now. That's why I don't understand why they're playing so hard, because the longer the season goes on, the less likely it is, one, that somebody's going to trade for him, and two, that the value is going to be there. Because, like, look, again, like, how many teams are going to look at it and go, man, we are a Miles Turner away from being a contender. Like, we're right there. We just need Miles Turner and we're a championship team. Probably none, if any. And then beyond that, like, who's giving up real assets for a guy that can leave 3 months? Like, say by the trade deadline, you're going to rent him for 3 months? Like, unless you're getting him, I mean, obviously a team would probably do it for like a second round pick or something like that, just take a flyer, just take a chance. But you're not getting the assets you'd get right now. The Lakers would probably give you one of those first, probably give you a pick swap, probably give you or a couple seconds. You could probably at least, I bet you, Rob, if the Pacers right now were like, we'll do one first and 3 seconds, I bet you Rob Pelinka would do it. At least you get a potential lottery pick. You get 3 second-round picks over the next few years. That is a great return for Miles Turner, for a guy that's injury-prone, that's not going to move the needle very much for most teams, like things like that. Like, it's just both unprotected first. It makes no sense. Gold Sweater will shoot 50% from 3 this year. Hey, I would absolutely love that. Love that. What's agreed? He has potential to be a huge player for this team. Yeah, definitely. 35%. I think that's probably more realistic. I could see him shooting, like, as good as he has been. I could see him around like 30, like I said, like 36 to 38%. I don't think it's unrealistic. But the starting lineup might be really good because 1 through 4, you can't put no weak defenders on them. They can create for themselves and others, and almost every NBA team has one below average defender. Yes, that's an excellent point. And that's something I pointed out too, is that like as much as people are like, oh, Lakers have, weakness on the wing, like every team has a weakness somewhere. Like I've talked about the Clippers, like who's their center outside of, Zoo? Like you're going to go with what, the rookies? Like, that's the thing. Like every team has holes. Every team has a weakness, has a flaw, stuff like that. It's just, can you exploit those better? Who can do that better? You hear about Anthony Davis' injury? Yeah. We were talking about it earlier. I'm not like too concerned with it. Honestly, that's just me personally. I'm just not. One, it's, his back problem. The reason I'm not really too concerned with it is because, like, is this a real injury, or is this like their excuse to not play Anthony Davis during preseason? Because I don't think they want to play Anthony Davis in preseason at all. I really don't. I don't think they want. I think if they had their way, they would just keep him till the regular season begins. But yeah, I'll do a video diving into it after this. I have a video already scheduled, but I'll move that ahead, and then I'll make that Anthony Davis video and kind of give my perspective, like, in depth for all of you after. But real quick, Reginald, thank you so much. Coming in hot with the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's very kind of you. If D fails, might come back mid third quarter team is Damian Jones, Thomas Bryant, stretch 4. Yeah, can't miss. Ice Cole Sniper, the Rifleman AR-15, and get us a bucket K Nunn. I actually kind of like that lineup. I'm not gonna lie. I think Damian Jones and Thomas Bryant. I wouldn't be shocked if they actually play in lineups together. Like seriously, I wouldn't at all. Because Thomas Bryant's ability to stretch the floor allows you to play him at the four. So I could see Thomas Bryant playing a lot of the four spot. Damian Jones, having those two, could you imagine the high energy that those two guys are going to give you? It'll be great. Cole Snyder or Cole Sniper, as you put it. I really wanted them to give him a shot. My only concern is like, will he be able to replicate that, and how much of a liability defensively is he? Air 15, I am all for it. I think he looked great. Like in all of the scrimmage videos and stuff, he looked very comfortable. He was, handling the ball well, making some nice plays, making some good decisions. Like he looks really good. He really does. And then Kendrick Nunn, I have been insanely high on Nunn since day one. Like I was saying earlier, I need Kendrick. I need Kendrick Nunn to ball out at this point because I've just like hyped him up to a level that like I know people are gonna be like Kendrick Nunn, like you've been saying for like 3 months that Kendrick Nunn is this, that, and the other. So yeah, no, if all fails, like I'm with it. If the first two quarters stuff, let's make that happen. I actually do. I actually really like that lineup. Instead of Swider though, like because I don't think he's gonna make the roster. Instead of Swider, I wouldn't mind having Walker. Put Walker there at 3, 6'10" wingspan. I mean, this team could run, they can stretch, they can do a little bit of everything. It's gonna be nice. I really think the Lakers are gonna go 10 to 12 players deep. I really do. I think they're gonna go deep. I think they're just gonna be nonstop. I think they're gonna be fast paced. I mean, we were top 5 in pacing last year, and we were top 5 in fast break points. You got to think that we're going to at least be that this season, right? If not better. I think very likely we could be top 1 or 2. The Grizzlies were number 1 last year, which makes sense. You have Ja. But I could see us, right behind the Grizzlies or tied with the Grizzlies or maybe slightly over. So that's a big thing. But again, thank you so much, Reginald. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. All right, where were we? Here we go. Melo had his worst defensive season because he was asked to play the 5 next to LeBron on this team. He'd be a lot better. I mean, he played the 5 spots, but I mean, even if you look it up per position and time played, it was bad. Like it was really bad. Whether he played the 4, the 3, or the 5, because he didn't play a lot of minutes at the 5. It just is so prominent in our minds because he played the 5 period. But Nunn was drafted by the Warriors. Was he? Was he really? Because so what? He was traded to the Heat. Is that what that is? Let's see. Oh, it's because he went undrafted. That's right. He wasn't drafted by the Warriors. He played for the G League team. That is right. And then he signed with the Miami Heat. All right. That makes more sense. Yeah, because I was like, I don't believe he ever played like an actual game for the Warriors. So yeah, he wasn't drafted. He was brought in as a thing. Nunn was a camp guy back then for Golden State. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I'm pretty sure DJ was a Warrior. Yeah, like I said, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think he was a training camp invite at one point. Technically the G League team for the Warriors. Okay, yeah. Because I was like, yeah, I don't remember him ever playing. Not that like, I don't know every player, every, that kind of thing. But I was just like, I feel like I'd remember that. I was pretty sure his first game in the NBA was with the Heat. But yeah, that makes sense. He was with the G League team and then worked his way up. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Nunn is 90% free throws made, I believe. Yeah, Nunn is great. Nunn. I am just so high on Nunn. I cannot wait for Nunn. All of that stuff. But yeah. And also, Chuck, good call too. Good call on that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Thank you. Or I didn't even know about the Nunn thing, Nunn on the G League thing. So thank you. Learn something new every day, right? That's the beauty. Russ Confident was shot last season. That's why his free throw percentage are down. He'll be better. I think he's going to be better across the board too this year. I really do. I think he's going to be great this year in general. Yeah. He did play for the actual Warriors. I don't know. I haven't watched much of Swider, but could he be another Kuz? Not defensively. I mean, they're like the same size. Swider's a better shooter, but Kuz was a nice like balance. If he could figure out, if he could, because he has the intangibles to be good defensively. It's just he was off. He looked lost defensively in summer league. So if he can kind of get back to being that guy, then being a better defensive guy, then yeah, I think he could be our new Kuz because he's a better shooter. Wait, wasn't DJ on the Championship Warriors a few years ago? Was he? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't think so. I know, like I said, I think he was on a training camp invite. But did he actually make the roster? I don't think he did. Sorry, trying to find it. Here, we're looking it up in real time. Yeah, he played in the D League for him. So he might have been, part of the team when they won. So look, what is this, 2017? Yeah, let's bring this up. In 2017. I don't want to watch a video. Yeah, so it looks like in 2017 he was on the Golden State Warriors D League team. So that makes sense. But yeah. What was his? I don't know. We're multitasking here. We're looking stuff up. Looking stuff up. 6'2", 190. Yeah, it does. It doesn't look like Kendrick Nunn played an actual game for the. Oh, here, let me filter, but yeah, it doesn't look like Kendrick Nunn played an actual game for the Warriors, because the only thing that I'm seeing is the Heat and the Lakers, as far as games go. All right, let's see. Let's look something else up. Here we go. Like I said, we're doing this real time because why not? Let's see. Oh, here we go. I've caught a glimpse of the Warriors. Why didn't the Warriors keep him? Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler. Not a perfect scorer. Sorry. Trying to see. So the Warriors let Kendrick Nunn go because of tax dollars, and let's see. Here, Pascal. Hindsight is always 20. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about him actually playing for them. Just that he showed real promise. Anyway, yeah. Nonetheless, regardless. Anyway, let's get back to this. And then, what time is it? I keep track of time. All right. Let's go like 10 more minutes, and then I got to skate on out of here. LeBron is a 75% free throw shooter. I'd say that's pretty average. Definitely can get better, though. Yeah, I mean, it's just he just misses free throws at like the worst times. Like that's the biggest problem. It's not even so much that he misses free throws throughout the game. It's like you're down 2, and he just decides to miss a free throw, and now you're playing catch up. Koo's a big switchable wing who is a 3-level scorer. Swider hasn't shown that yet. I mean, Swider hasn't got a chance to play it, but he has the intangibles. He has the same size, stuff like that. I think it's possible. But you think Lakers will sign Swider to an actual contract like how Reeves did? Not this year. I don't. I don't think they will. I think they leave the rough spot open. He's on a 2-way, so they could bring him back and forth. I do think he'll get some run. I do think he'll have some opportunity, but I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be like a night in, night out guy. 75% is okay, but 85% is better. Getting the spot in the playoffs, yeah, that would absolutely be great. Guys, let's hope this season less injuries. Yes, I like. Please, seriously, 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 seriously. Um, uh, Dennis, Austin, Pat, Lonnie, and TB sound incredible. I like that too. We just have so many intangible players and lineups. I really like that. I really like the different sets and things like that we could run, the different bodies we could throw out there, all of that stuff. I do. I really like it. Swider won't get the minutes plus attempts. That's very true. He's a first year guy, so he's gonna have up and downs. If he was first, second option, it'd be different. Yeah, that's a good point too. Excellent point. Braun might not play tomorrow. I would like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if like LeBron and AD don't play at all. AD should not play in preseason. I don't think neither. Yeah, Braun neither. I don't think they should either. That's kind of why I think the whole AD hurt thing, like it's just like he's having a back soreness. I think that's their way of saying like, oh, we don't want to, we don't want him to play, so we're just gonna say that personally. It's just kind of my thinking. Um, Hope Westbrook would play tomorrow. I mean, he might. I could see him playing. Um, Baker. So 80 hurt. Apparently he's experiencing back soreness, but I don't know how much about that. I think it's more so, like I said, so they don't have to play him tomorrow. Chemistry is why they need to play, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, but you could play the last, play the final game of preseason, like a last game or two. Um, I do think they will play at some point, but yeah, I mean, you do want them to get some minutes, some burn together, things like that. You don't want them to just not play at all. Um, but how many games can the 2-way guys play? I believe there's no limit to it at all. I think they can play as many as they want, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, I mean, as long as you have the spot open, whether it's like somebody sits out, whatever. That's the whole point of 2-ways. There have been 2-ways that have played like 15 games, 20 games in a row before. So yeah, I don't necessarily think there's a limit for 2-ways, but I don't. Yeah, Mello at the 5. Who the heck thought that was a good idea? Mello can't even guard his position. I agree. I like yeah. When you're playing Mello and LeBron at the 5, like that's like starting them at the 5 and like that's usually a sign that things are going well. Crazy to me that Braun really has played every position at this point. He has. He really has. He's played pretty much every position at this point, which just shows like the intangibles that guy has. I mean, Melo Braun was starting front court. I know. Yeah, that's always bad. It's never a good sign. Yeah, he was on the Warriors. I want to see Pippen Jr. play. Same thing with him. I don't think he gets a lot of burn. I don't. I really don't. Um, I do think he has potential to be on the roster, but um, Swider and Kuzma are different types. He's more like Steve Novak. Yeah, that's not a terrible comparison. Steve Novak was smaller though. I don't know. I mean, the problem is it's hard to know what we got in Cole because he hasn't played an actual NBA game yet. So, um, Pippen Jr. as we get praise from Darvin, but the last thing we need is another short guard on the roster right now. Yeah, I can see him getting a spot. Like he reminds me a lot of what Trey Jones. Like I really think he could be that for us. Like that solid backup point guard that come in, run the offense, doesn't do anything too crazy. He's looked good in scrimmages and stuff. I do think he gets to play. Um, I think Darvin Ham's plan will greatly impact AD the most. I pray for a bounce back. Yeah, I'm with you. Am I the only one questioning the Dennis signing? We already have 3 guys ahead of him that will crack the rotation, and I get the health contingency thing, but we need Wayne's 15 spot. won't be filled right now. Yeah, I mean, I think it was just, I mean, it was a little odd just because, of where we're at. But Dennis is probably going to be, I mean, the way that they're going to solve that is Beverly and Nunn are going to be the two. You have Dennis and Westbrook playing the one. I think Dennis, for the value, the risk reward is reasonable. He was kind of like the best option out there currently. So it's like, go, put the best players on the court and figure it out type thing is kind of what I think their logic and thinking was. Plus, it also gives them insurance in case they do pull off a trade. If like a trade does arrive, then you already got Dennis and works out. I just think they were looking at it as like, it doesn't hurt to have him, that kind of thing. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. That is facts. Absolutely. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. You couldn't have said it better myself. I appreciate you, Mr. 81. We are at only 31 likes. We have 100 people in the stream. Let's hit that like button. What are we at subscriber-wise? We're at 45-37. Can we get to 45-45? That'd be nice. Let's do 45-45. I just need 8 of you to subscribe. Go subscribe to the channel. Get me to 45-45. That'd be awesome. We're going to go a few more minutes here. So help me out. Let me see that before we end the stream. Like I said, only 8 subscribers away. And don't expect somebody else to do it. I need you to do it. Only you can prevent me from not getting 445. I remember a Lakers versus Spurs game. I think that was Braun missed 2 free throws to either tie or win the game. And Skip talked about how he always chokes. Yeah, dude, he does. I hate to admit it, but he does. He does that a lot. I mean, Skip's just a hater. He looks for any opportunity to just bash LeBron James, talk shit about LeBron. But yeah, he does. He does that a lot. That was a hard loss, though. Yeah. What's going on, LA Sports Live? Appreciate you. Salute as it stands. I will be in Vegas Wednesday for the Lakers Suns game. Nice. That is awesome. Enjoy that game. Wednesday, huh? Send me an email. Maybe we can try to do a collab or something if I can pull away. Wednesdays are usually tough for me, but yeah. A lot of people think we're too guard heavy, but I love the fact that we have so many playmakers. I do too, because based on what Anthony Davis said, Darvin Ham's running. Whoever's got the ball, go. And that's good for having that many guards because it means whoever has the ball ends up going and is able to take them to, take it and run the offense, run the show, get a bucket, get to the hoop, things like that. I really like that. 50 games now and no playoffs. Okay, so is that what it is? Two-way guys have to be signed if they want to play in the playoffs, though. Okay, yeah. That I knew. So yeah. So they can play in the playoffs, but they have to be signed. Yeah, that. But as far as games, I thought there was no limit to games, but they could play 50. Okay, that makes sense. Because like I said, I've seen two-way guys play like 20, 30 games. All right, let's power through these last few questions and then we'll get out of here. How was your weekend though? Man, I know you've been grinding like a goat. Thanks. But anything else you do over the weekend? Well, thank you. Oh, I mean, I've mentioned it a million times. I'm a father, so I, play with my kids, hang out with my kids. Kind of got a boring life. I just work and spend time with my family, but I love it. I'm a family man. I always wanted kids. I got a little army of kids. I love it. So yeah, just spending time with my girl, spending time with my kids, just enjoying life. I'm a homebody. Like I said, I don't really like to drink. I don't like to party. I don't like to do any of that crazy stuff. I do like to gamble. That's fun, sports betting, stuff like that. But I try to stay away from it as much as possible, so I don't lose too much money. Every once in a while, I'll have fun. But yeah, I'm kind of boring. Just grind, work, play with my kids. Family man. Lakers should put Pat Bev in a 11-man. He should be 6 to 10 rotation because he's not good in defense. Did you say Patrick? Are you talking about Patrick Beverley is not good defensively? Patrick Beverley might be our best defender. I really like Jay Huff. Like, I wouldn't mind that. This year, I don't think he can, but next season, I wouldn't mind if they brought in Huff and Pippen Jr. This person just said Pat Bev is a good defender. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? I'm very confused by that. I'm super excited to see if Mr. Westbrook can finish his layups. I hope he does. I do too. I really hope he does too. Who would you compare Austin Reeves? Someone who's similar to him? I mean, the first one that comes to mind is Caruso, but I think Austin Reeves has potential to be better than Caruso. I think he has better like feel and intangibles than Caruso did, but that's tough. I don't know. There's some I'd have to like actually think of. I'm trying to think like who comes to mind. Um, yeah, I'd have to actually like think of it. I just think I think he's like a solid rotate. Like he's never going to be a star. He's never going to be something. He's just a solid, smart, high IQ rotation guy. You know, I could see him be not in like size comparison, but kind of like play. It's like Christian Lautner. Like Austin Reeves reminds me of like a smaller Lautner, a guy that can do all the intangibles, do a little bit of everything, has his moments where he looks like, damn, this guy could be, this guy could be the future, something like that. But ultimately, just, yeah, is like, just another guy. He's not like if he's like your first or second best player on your team, you're probably not going anywhere. Glad you see the upside with this team instead of bashing them because I agree we can make this a good season. I do. I really do. I believe it. Like, I'm not just saying it just to say it. I'm not saying it just to like be different than other people. I genuinely believe that we could have a very good season this season. So, lads, Steven, we tried that experiment. For whatever reason, he just seems to be only good with the Pacers. Any other place he's got, he's been terrible. But anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. I'll go make I had another video lined up. Maybe I'll make that the 10 p.m. video and then do the preseason game video breakdown video that I wanted to do. Maybe I'll post that tomorrow and then move the video that I was going to post now ahead. So that's probably what I'll do. And then I'll get the Anthony Davis video up right now. I'll go record that and get that up, try to get that up in the next like 20, 30 minutes. But anyway, thank you all so very much for hanging out with me. Again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, don't miss the Lakers show, the podcast that I'm doing with me and my friend. There's a link in the description of this video. Go subscribe to that channel. There's clips and all kinds of stuff on there. I'd really appreciate all of you going and subscribing over there and being a part of that. I'll be on that live stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. So you'll get to get my pre-game analysis. You'll get to hear me break down all that stuff, what I want to see, and have that conversation. And then I'll try to come on here after the game, and we'll do like a post-game thing. So I appreciate you all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, help me grow this channel. I appreciate all of you. Everyone that gave super chats, thank you so much. It really means a ton. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.